Mic check. Mic check. What up, what up? Mic check. Mic check. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I got a message from Blue Devil. We was trying to combine the lives, but it didn't work. We're gonna try to do it again some other time. Mic check. Mic check. My boy Big Javi, what it do? Yo, we back. My bad, my bad. I was hoping that we were able to combine them together. You're right. I'm gonna try to get a job tomorrow. That's right, my boy. And you just gotta stay busy, bro. That's the main thing, you know. You gotta stay busy. Like boredom, bro. Like whenever you're sounds better for sure. Appreciate you. It was the other mic then. I turned on the new mic. I turned the other one off. I put on this one. So that's what it was then. I'ma mark it, or I'ma just take off the plastic. The one I took off the plastic on is the one that works better. You know, there's always one that works good and better than the other one. Good thing I tried it out. Pete, what it do? My boy John Doe, what it do, big dog? Where you been at, homie? El perdido. Nah, I haven't been going live like that, huh? Shout out my boy Blue Devil, man. If you guys ain't following Hated World Media on IG, man, go follow them. That's where I be going, like, to get all my news and stuff. Shout out Blue Devil. Talking about Rod Wave. It says Rod Wave's attorney says he's a burglary victim but faces 14 criminal charges. It says rapper Rod Wave. Damn, you hear my voice? That's what this did. A buzzball. One buzzball got me talking like that. That is crazy. Salute my boy John. My boy John came back or not? I tap in every morning. I don't follow no corn dogs. That's right, big dog. I appreciate you, my boy. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. So it says Rod Wave, whose legal name is Rodarius Marcel Green, was charged in connection to an alleged April incident that his lawyers say started with a break-in at his Georgia home. Green, 26, faces 14 criminal charges, including aggravated assault and firearms violations following the alleged events that unfolded at his residence on April 21st. His lawyer, his lawyer says he denies any wrongdoing. There is no truth to these charges. Rod Green was a victim of a burglary and committed no crimes. How he was even charged as a result of this situation is incomprehensible. This will absolutely be resolved favorably for Mr. Green. So they're saying that there was a robbery at his home and he's getting charged with it? So he's getting charged with robbing himself? Is that what they're saying? Because if that's what they're saying, that's just wow. How's somebody going to get accused of robbing themselves? Mr. Goyo, saludos to you and your familia and to everybody in your chat. Much love, respects, and blessings to all for me and mine from the norte. Yay, yay. Mr. Goyo, you already know, big dog. None but love and respect. You know what I mean? That's right. You know what I mean? We gentlemen over here, big dog. We on bigger and better things. We trying to elevate. You feel me? At the end of the day, homie, if you look in that mirror, we look a lot more similar than different. You feel me? Salute, homie. That's real. That's real shit right there. What's up with Chris Brown? It says Chris Brown free on 5 million bail by London court. His next court date is June 20th. What happened? Chris Brown has been freed on bail by a court in London after being charged with inflicting an unprovoked attack in a nightclub in 2023. His next court date is June 20th. He must surrender his passport if he is not traveling on tour. Other bail conditions include living at a specific address known to the court and is not allowed to apply for international travel documents. Wow, when did Chris Brown beat somebody up? The kind of channel I like to be sub to. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Damn, when did he get locked up? Let's look this up. Chris Brown arrested in what, London, they said? Anybody in the chat know why Chris Brown, who'd he beat up or what? That's right, we got family in the building. I ain't gonna lie, it's getting a little hot. I was gonna save this one for tomorrow, man, but what y'all think? Should I pop it open? I don't know. Let me know. I'll see what y'all say. Arrested in London. Oh shoot. For alleged nightclub attack. Let's see.
Arrested. The 36-year-old Grammy winner reportedly taken to jail in England
Cheers.
for an alleged attack at a nightclub there 2 years ago.
Certain things or decisions that I made, I wouldn't have thought that would have been in my character.
Investigators tell ET an arrest happened just after 2 a.m. on Thursday outside this five-star hotel in Manchester. Brown's believed to have arrived to the area on his private jet just hours
Who that
earlier.
knocking on my door like the police?
Here's what allegedly happened. According to The Sun, a music producer is accused
I always wanted to say
of an
that.
unprovoked ambush at the trendy London nightclub Tape back in 2023. The alleged victim claims the R&B star hit him over the head with a bottle, then punched and kicked him.
Chris Brown getting down like
He
that?
says he was treated at a hospital and needed crutches to walk when he was discharged. The producers also reportedly launched a civil complaint seeking 6
Chris Brown getting down like that? They said he cracked somebody in the head with a bottle and took flight? What? Jeez. He taking that Fruitown Paru shit serious, boy. That's crazy.
16 million for injuries and losses as a result of the alleged
My boy
incident.
Spooks. Appreciate you. I just rolled the fat blunt on some Mexican flan. Jeez. That's right, big dog.
Brown's legal team for
Reportando
comment. So
Pepe
far, he's still
Barreto.
set to launch
Jesse
the
Hernandez,
World
what's
Tour
up?
in Amsterdam on June 8th.
Yo, mister, what it do? Clip 661, what it do, my boy?
Brand of Chris Brown as an
For
artist and an entertainer.
pop it open, G. Enjoy your night.
Love it.
The Dad of Three has a history of violent
Down the
behavior
blue devil
dating
giving
back
free
to
glitch at G.
2009.
Yeah, hey, hell
His
yeah.
felony arrest for
That's why,
assault.
hey,
Then girlfriend
hey, that's why, let's see, who said that? Salute to you, big dog. Where he at? Oh, my boy Ramiro Lopez. Hey, that's why I salute my boy Blue Devil. A lot of people like to think negative stuff about him, but hey, you know what I mean? That little, him putting me up on game right now and all that, he didn't have to do that, bro. And I know for a fact, once I call him later, we gonna have it all hooked up. So, salute. Pop it open. I don't know, man. Let's see. Ricardo Osorio. Y'all want me to pop it open? Another super chat and I'll down this one. Can I do it? You think I could do it in just one? Like, go. I don't know. I think that should have put me out. I already did that with this. That's how this got taken down earlier. Shout out to the homie John. Let's get it. Hell yeah, do it. Shotgun, sheesh. Put a little hole and then... I've never done that, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've never done that. Alright, so he got arrested for beating somebody up in a nightclub. Damn, my boy Chris Breezy. Hey, shout out Brisk. Shout out Brisk. Y'all want to hear a crazy Chris Brown story? Y'all want to hear a crazy Chris Brown story? I heard he got squabs. This is coming from his homies from Compton, from Fruittown. I was in Centinela with one of his homies, and I asked him about him. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, what's up with Chris Brown? And he really Fruittown? Like, he really official? He like, man, I was there when he got put on the hood. He's all like, Chris Brown got hands. He said they put 3 people on him. Boop, 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 bow, bow. He said he was dropping foods. They had to put 5 people on him. That's how much hands he got. They put 3. It wasn't enough. They seen Chris Brown was kind of in there. So they put 2 more. Yo, it was 5 people. They said he was boop, bow, boop, bow, boop, boop, bow, boop, bow. They said he was putting it down. You know what I mean? How long ago? This was in 2016. This was in 2016 when I was with his homeboy. I'm trying to remember his homeboy's name. I could never remember his name. But it was a brother. You know how you mob the yard and stuff, you know what I mean? It's always like that with the hub and the dove. And then they be seeing the 310. They always see that 310 right there. So whenever they see that 310, they be like, hey, they be thinking I'm from Compton, because Compton has 310. A little bit of Harbor City has 310. I think even Hawthorne, Inglewood. There's a few cities that got 310. So anytime they'll see the 310, they'll be like, hey, where you from? Like, so that's how we chopped it up. But he told me that they call them brisk. Like the drink, the tea, brisk. That's what they call them, brisk. But without the K, brisk. Saca el scante. Nah, my G, we don't do that. Mr. Goyo, you still here, my G? Boogeyman, what it do, my G? You already know, G. Another day. It's right here chilling. Raven, good evening. How you doing? How you doing, mama? Hopefully everything's going good with you. Sick one, vato. Nah, not even, big dog. We right here off of a buzz ball, and we about to take this twisted tea. I don't know. I gotta be up at 4 in the morning, well at 3 in the morning. So, wish me luck. That way y'all could see, man, it ain't. This is one thing I want anybody and everybody watching right now. I want y'all to understand that, like, in order for you to reach your full potential, you need to grind. Right now, I should be asleep. I gotta be up at 3 in the morning. I should be asleep right now. But you know what? I'm like, nah. I haven't went live, you feel me? Like, we gon' run the news, you feel me? We gonna run the news, like, straight up. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep after this, but I'm just saying, you know, after this, little blunt, shower, out. You know what I mean? Up, go to work, hustle. But I'm just trying to tell y'all, like, in order to be great, in order to reach that next level and all that, you gotta grind hard. You gotta grind like there ain't no tomorrow. You feel me? Like, you gotta grind like you hungry. You feel me? Like, straight up. Like, I'm hungry. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm happy and where I'm at in life, but I want more. Like, I see myself in a mansion. I see myself, like, having my kids set to where I don't even, if I don't want to go to work today, I won't go to work. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna stop till that's accomplished. Till I have it like that, then I'll be like, all right, cool. You know, I could kick back. But other than that, nah, we grinding over here. You know what I'm saying? We grinding against all odds. We grinding. You know what I mean? Straight up. Shit, hey. Whatever floats your boat. Si quieres, that's what takes you to reach un pipazo, whatever. Do what you gotta do, my boy. As long as you're doing something productive, you feel me? That's what matters, you know? You already know my boy West. I see you. I send mines too, G. But, yeah, you feel me? Like, you gotta put in the work. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I've been slacking lately. Like, I had to wake myself up. I had to remind myself, like, man, the job ain't finished. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even nowhere halfway near where I want to be. You feel me? Like, I ain't got time to sit back and be chilling. You know what I mean? If anything, this is me just chilling. Like, this is me just chilling, you know? Going over the news, drinking one, vibing with y'all. This is me chilling. You feel me? Like, we chilling together. You feel me? Straight up. I appreciate everybody in here. Salute. It's hot. It's thirsty. I think I could have done it all in one if I wanted to, but then I'll really be asleep. Cheers, my G. Big Javi, what it do? Cheers to everybody, man. I appreciate you guys. Hey, Las Viejas, I'm married, my G, you know? I'm happily married. Should try retelling? Like the stories or what? What you mean by retelling? Mi respeto. We all hungry. Hell yeah, we all hungry, my boy. Yes, sir. I just did a 10-hour day. I just got to this job in a new city. That's right, big dog. One body. That's right, G. Hey, keep doing the thug dizzle, big dog. Straight up. That's what it takes. You feel me? Damn, that Mexican G. Come on, dog. How you gonna try to get me caught up like that, G? You really gonna try to get me caught up like that? That's messed up. I'm gonna delete this one and I'm gonna let you slide. But the next one, you ain't gonna see your comments no more. That's messed up, cause sometimes I be reading the comments trying to show love. Like, you were trying to cross me up right there, G. That ain't cool. That's a good one, but that ain't cool, homie. Shout out to IE, my boy David Hernandez. Much love, G. My boy Stizzy, 5150. What it do, my boy? Shout out Stizzy, man. Talking about Stizzy, man, we gonna do a blinker. Shout out Stizzy. Shout out my good people at Killer Kush too, though. I need to go pick up some more of that fire Killer Kush. I need to go re-up on some pans and some of that fire bud. But for right now, we're gonna do a blinker off of this Stizzy right here. Double blinker? Nah. Let's go. Yeah, I don't think I could go for the two, my boy. You dripping. Woo. Just got more hot. Woo. All right, let's go. Let's go with the spicy stuff. Shout out Hot Wheeler Media, man. What's up with this one? What you guys think about the Sad Boy Loco remixing the Going Back to Cali? The Mexican G, what it do, my boy? Hey, I appreciate you. Nah, you good, G, you good. Hey, but stuff like that is... If I would have read that, my boy, you trying to get me canceled, G. Like, sheesh. Like, I'm with it, big dog, you know what I mean? I'm with the business, pero no soy pendejo. I ain't stupid either, you feel me? Shit like that, then you gonna have Santo G in every full page headlines and shit talking about Santo G said this, Santo G said that. Like, oh hell nah. Like, I still live in the hood, my G. Like, you know what I mean? I'm still accessible. I ain't tucked away, you know? Hell yeah, respect, big dog. I appreciate that, you know? And I know sometimes, you know, we just be chilling, shooting the shit. Like, I feel it, big dog. I feel it. Alright, so let's get into the Sad Boy Loco redoing that Biggie.
Aquí viene el comienzo, tengo sorpresas, libras
se estresa. Banged out fools and them little ones too. Fuck your hood, I said what you gon' do? I'm going back to back to the city of Fruta. Homie, keep trucha. Trust no bitch, he got what's con la puta.
Dizzy got the homie a little warm. It did. I ain't gonna lie, it did, fool. That shit got me hot. That and then the pistol, you know, I ain't gonna lie. This shit hits. The buzz bar, this shit hits.
Recognize a real pro or I'm good in low. Yeah, game's fucked up, so they sent the mechanic. Raza stand up, I'ma say it in Spanish. S-A-D-V-O-Y, pues. Loco motherfucker that still represents. Same fucking hood that's tagged on the fence. I'm going back.
Okay, that shit hard, I ain't gonna lie. He got off. Okay.
I'm going back to back with 3 bad fucking bitches and 1 on my lap. Aquí viene el comienzo, tengo sorpresas, libras de mota, aquí no se estresa. Banged out fools and them little ones too. Fuck your hood, I said what you gon' do? I'm going back to back to the city of Fruta. Homie, keep trucha. Trust no bitch, he got what's con la puta. 1, you don't wanna ruin your fun. 2,
Try a 4 low? Hell no, I'm scared of the 4 low. Yeah, he got off, right? Liz Delgado, how you doing, baby girl? Hopefully everything's good.
I'm fucking pro. Recognize a real pro or I'm good in low. Yeah, game's fucked up, so they sent the mechanic. Raza stand up, I'ma say it in Spanish. S-A-D-V-O-Y, pues. Loco motherfucker that still represents. Same fucking hood that's tagged on the fence. I'm going back.
Hey, he got off. Homeboy Nino Triste, he got off, right? Hell yeah. I appreciate you. Okay, shout out Sad Boy. He did that. He did that, beat Justice. Okay. What's up with this? What they talking about? Oh, let's see. Let's see what the older homegirl was talking about.
Yes.
Shout out Hoodstock. Shout out Lucky.
So it's back in style now, right? You know, so in the 90s, it was in style. Back then, there was a lot of dudes that weren't from a gang that dressed like cholos. Why? Because it was in style. So here we are, 2025.
Yes.
And you go to like Santa Fe Springs swap meets, there could be potentially some people dressed up like that that aren't from a neighborhood. And so you have a problem with that.
I do.
Okay.
It's not so much that I have a problem with how people are dressing up. It's more what they're portraying as they're dressing this way. So you have, I live 10, 15 minutes away from the Santa Fe Springs swap meet. I've gone there for years. I went there a year ago just to go dance. My partner, good camarada, my bird from Wine Gardens, he's like, hey man, let's go. I'm like, bueno, no. He goes, let's go dance, man, let's go. Okay, we went. I go in dressed the way I dress, you know, a little something like this, my thong on. And I'm dancing, getting my groove on. Go back a week later, 2 weeks later, some hyena tells me I went viral. What the fuck is that? She goes, you have a TikTok? I'm like, no. There weren't too many people dressed that way. All of a sudden, I keep going, and every Sunday that comes, you have more and more individuals looking like gangsters, looking like segunias cholas, dressed up like a homie, you know, looking like, what the hell? Now you got people, old ass ladies, little ass kids, tumbados, I mean, creased up, look, the hyenas looking like vatos. I mean, not even dressed like cholas. First of all, a chola looks classy. A chola looks like a woman. I'm not a regular there no more. I don't, because of this, because of all of this.
Yeah.
It's turned into a goddamn circus.
Yes.
You got dudes in there, and like, God, it's so sad to see how many dudes you have going in there, and they're clowns. It's a straight clown fest now. It's insulting. You know, this is not dress up. It's not cosplay. This is people's lives.
Facts. That's
I've lost
facts.
homies for this.
Yeah.
You know, this hyena got
That's
this
right.
box called a Chola starter kit. Yeah, how you gonna put my life in a goddamn box and sell it for $35?
Oh, damn.
Like, that's insulting as all hell.
You said you kind of had a little bit of a problem.
What you guys think about that right there? What you guys think about that topic right there? She's talking about people dressing all banged out and not even from nowhere. You know what I mean? I mean, white tees is a white tee, you know? Like, a white tee is like, hey, we from the hood, that's all we can afford is a plain white tee, you know? But she's talking about, like, panel tints, creased up, got the Cortez, got the whole fedora, like, you know what I mean? Got everything, like the lokes, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, to me, honestly, I just feel like it's dangerous. It's dangerous. I ain't even gonna lie. There's been times I have a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old, you know what I mean? 16-year-old's about to be 17. Like, so there's been times where I've had to tell him, like, he tells me where he's going and stuff like that, and I gotta tell him, like, hey, take that off. You know what I mean? Like, don't wear that. You know what I mean? Because he takes the bus home. So sometimes it is like, you know what you're doing by wearing certain things. You're trying to portray a certain thing, and it's like, you get caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, you gonna get got. You know what I'm saying? Original gangster for sure. Sub G Cricket for South Central. My boy Cricket, what it do, my GA? Much love, much respect, big dog. Hope you're doing good over there. I send mine's full blast, homie. Much love, much respect, G. A lot of Asians rock that look. I don't think it's disrespectful. Nah, I don't either. Like, when it comes to like Vietnam and like Thailand and all that, I don't think that's disrespectful. I feel like they paying salute, they paying tribute. But I think where she's coming from is like, people have gotten killed because they look that way. I think that's where she's coming from. Like, y'all just be knowledgeable of what you're putting out. Like that, she's saying that they have like a chola starter kit. Like, that's not something to play with. You feel me? Like, now, because times are a lot calmer, maybe you're able to get away with it more. But back then, if you were dressed like that and you go out, you're gonna get hit up. You're gonna get jumped. Something's gonna happen to you. You know, it's not gonna be good unless you ready for that and that's what you with. But like, I understand where she's coming from. I'm just glad that we're not in that time no more. We're not in that time frame no more. So stuff's a little bit more, there's a little more leniency nowadays than there was back then, I feel like. You know? We're wearing FB County, Cookies outfit. What up? Boy, checking in. My boy, Big Boy, what it do? Shout out Big Boy. Shout out Miami, my boy. That's right. County, my boy. I appreciate that. How long does felony last? 7 years or more, yup. Like in your background check, 7 years or more. But nowadays, big dog, like, just don't put it. Don't put it. Anytime you apply for anything, free game. This is real. This is real. Aside from this, right? Shout out my boy Alvaro. But look, my boy Superfly. Shout out my boy Fly. Look, real shit, real shit. Like, if you guys are trying to get a job nowadays, they don't disclose any information to the jobs. So just don't say nothing. Don't offer any information if they ask. Deny, deny, deny. Straight up. Just be like, no. They don't. As a matter of fact, nowadays they can't even ask you for a felony or anything like that. Just don't disclose it. Run your background and you'll be good. They're gonna ask you like, oh, because even if there's like something pops up, a law passed in California that they cannot disclose that no more. Like, that has nothing to do with you getting that job. So where a lot of people get fucked over is they disclose it. They let their employer know before. Just don't say nothing. It's not like nowadays on the application, there's no box that says, have you been convicted of a felony or anything like that? And if there is, it shouldn't be there. They're using an old application. So just say no. Say no, deny, deny, and you good. Because they're not going to get the information. Say if you deny it, and you're like, fuck, they're going to know because they're going to... They do not disclose that to nobody. In California, they don't do that no more. They don't. And this is facts. I've had people with an ankle monitor living at a halfway house get hired because they kept their mouth shut. So just keep your mouth shut. Go give a good interview, and you'll be good. You know what I mean? This is facts. How you think I'm working now? Like, this is facts. Was better Shockaware or Pro Club? To be honest, when it comes to the collar, when it comes to like if you like that tight collar, I think Shockaware. But me personally, I rock with Pro Club. Just shout out Shockaware though, you know what I mean? This one actually, the homie LA Icon gave me this shit. This is one of the shirts he gave me when I went and did that indicted interview. Shout out Negra, shout out Icon, man. My boy Angel, what's up? He said, sup, big dog? Lucky sent me here for a fade. Sheesh. You need that or what? You need that? I'll put you on your back. It's light work. Ben Davis all day. Yes, sir. You already know. My boy Sonny, I see you, G. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Pro 5. Yeah, that's what I rock with though. Pro 5. Right now I got a gang of Pro 5. I'm just waiting. Don't care if you have a felony. Yeah, they don't care, bro. They don't care. For sure, for sure. Hey, send me the information, man. Get at me on IG. My boy Baby Low, Sir John Doe. You guys could put the IG up there for me. Get at me on IG, big dog. Shoot, I'm looking to elevate. And I'm a hard worker too, dog. Like, I ain't gonna let you down. He said, I'm a Street Fighter son. It's alright. Ten fades off the back. Off the back, we need that. Top pay 65 an hour. Man, run it, big dog. Run it. I'm telling you, when I work, bro, I work literally from 4 in the morning, sometimes 2 in the morning, till the event's over. Sometimes the event don't start till 8. Sometimes at 5. The most I've gone is 21 hours. I'm talking about 21 hours straight at the job site, working. Not like I came home. 21 hours straight at the job site, working. You know what I mean? Like, that's just me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like getting to that money, you feel me? I like working hard, putting in that hard work. So that way when it's slow or something, I'm good. Like, I know I'm good because I put in a certain amount of hours in, you know? Been in and out of jail. And now a foreman. That's right, big dog. Hell yeah. My boy Fun Boy, what it do, G? Hell yeah. Right now I'm crossing the border in Mesa, California port. That's right, big dog. Eso. Yeah, my boy Fly got to, perro, you know? And it ain't, hey, put it like this, fool, and I'm gonna be real. Like, where I'm at, fool, it's not like if I get paid a lot, bro. I'm not even at $17 an hour, bro. I'm like at $16.50. You know what I mean? But because I put in all the hours and with the overtime and then with the double time, that's what like stacks it up. You know what I mean? But that's me putting in that fucking work, you know? So that's why I'm like, man, if I could find something that gets paid better, bro, like not even 17 an hour, G, like, it adds up, don't get me wrong, but fuck, fool, is crucial, you feel me? Like, out there in the hot-ass sun, fool, getting burnt, like, I don't mind working, bro, I don't, you feel me? I gotta do what I gotta do to make sure that rent is paid, make sure my kids have what they need, you feel me? Like, so, shit, if you for real and any of y'all got that hookup to get in a union with benefits and better pay and all that, man, run it. Straight up. You on your way to LA? That's right, big dog. Pff, man, running, my boy. I need that. Hold on, let me pin it. Shout out my boy Baby Los. I'ma pin it right here. That's my IG, big dog. You type in that right there on Instagram, it's gonna send you straight to it. And I ain't like none of these other people, you feel me? Like anybody that messaged me, if you message me, big dog, I'm gonna get back at you. Like, it ain't gonna be a few days and all that. Like, I check my shit every day. Every day I check it for that specific reason. Because I don't want nobody thinking, like, oh, this fool's too good. He can't respond. Fuck no. Hey, believe it or not, a lot of you motherfuckers watching, some of y'all probably in a better situation than I am. Honestly, you feel me? Only difference is I'm chasing this fucking YouTube avenue, you know? But just goes to show you, bro, you know, you could do anything you put your mind to, G. Straight up. It's all about staying consistent and putting in that work, you feel me?
Operation Guardian Angel
Let's get
will
into
make
this.
communities safer by taking
Man, now this is crazy. It says Operation Guardian Angel launched to neutralize California sanctuary state policies that protect criminal illegal aliens. Now this right here, bro, like I need everybody watching, homie. The reason why I'm going to LA is because I'm gonna come and resell colognes, designer bags, gold. Hey, tap in. Tap in. Get at me on Instagram, big dog. If I could help you in any way, let's run it. Let's run it up. If you go to just tap in. If you go to my job, perro, the next 2 days, Friday, Saturday, they having like big concerts. If you go there, fool, I'm pretty sure you'll get people there, bro. There's people there all day, like selling merch, selling fucking beer, food, like just go scope it out. Even if you don't want to go sell, just go scope it out, big dog, and you'll see, fool. There's feria to be made there, dog. You know. Coco Tina, how you doing, baby girl? Good to see you. What's up with somebody? I appreciate you. I didn't even see that person spamming the chat. That's crazy. That's wild. If you want, just go ahead and block them completely if they want to continue to do that. Yup, shoot. If you want to put them out completely, put them out completely. You know what I mean? Yes, sir, my boy Alvaro. You already know, my boy. Yes, sir. Shout out Alvaro, man. He already knows, man. We be chopping it up all the time. He knows we both be putting in that work, huh? Hey, because he be putting in that OT too. A lot of times I put in, like, I be up early in the morning. He's up too. Like, hey, I just got out, or he's just going in. Like, it's a trip. You know what I mean? Hey, we putting in that work, big dog. Like, that's right, G. You know what I mean? Warzone Albuquerque right now. Nah, you good, Coco Tina. I appreciate you. Liz Delgado, I see you. Warzone Albuquerque, New Mexico. Why? Why is it a war zone, man? Don't get blocked. Why is it a war zone? What's going on in New Mexico right now? That's what we're here for. We're here for the news. So you got something to say? Say it. But this is crazy. My bad. This right here is crazy. If you got... Let me get this closer. Go to Rainbow. They're hiring right now, bro. 11-month assignment. Hey, send it to me. Send it to me. Shoot, if they pay more than 16 an hour, let's run it. I don't give a fuck where it is. I don't care what I'm doing. Like, I'm ready to work as long as I'm making that money. My boy G, how you doing? Or my girl G, my bad. Sound it out. Sound what out? Was good, home team. My boy Jacer714 was good, G. Do my research on what, Albuquerque, New Mexico? The One Piece is real, for sure. How you been, G? My boy Steve Ortega, how you doing? I've been alright, big dog, just working, you know? Just working, getting to that bag. Just trying to get by, to be honest, bro. Like, they did like a whole repainting and shit of where I live at. So they raised the rent another 200. So that shit's been really having me like really, really grinding. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like that's why it's like fuck. I gotta really, really grind. Like it was something unexpected. The last year they raised it 100. The year before that they raised it 100. This year they raised it 200. So it's like, man, hey, when I moved in here, it was like this amount. Now it's up a whole 400 more. Like, damn, it adds up. You feel me? Albuquerque Breaking Bad, for real. Hey, Breaking Bad, no lie, no lie. Smoke a fat dad for sure. Thanks if you bring it up, speak on it for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, if you want to bring it up, I'll look it up. Anything specific, I'll look it up and we'll speak on it. You feel me? For sure. Nah, no, I need to go get my L's. Yup, let's run it. I already know my boy Sonny gonna get me in the union. Hell yeah, let's run it, perro. I don't have way to get at my boy. I don't have IG. Get at me through email then. But yeah, this right here is crazy, man. It says the United States Attorney's Office, along with its federal law enforcement partners, today announced the launch of Operation Guardian Angel, a program that seeks to neutralize California's sanctuary state policy and protect Americans from criminal illegal aliens incarcerated in county jails by issuing federal arrest warrants for them. So that means, bro, like, if you or any of your homies don't have their papers, bro, right now is not the time to get busted. They will deport you. And I wouldn't doubt it if these people are going to, what's that place called? Guantanamo Bay. They're sending them to Guantanamo Bay, and then from there, they're sending them to Seca. So, this right here is bad. Like, this right here is all bad. You feel me? Yeah, it's bad. CO9, you're right. It's bad here. The email is Miguel period S8. Hold on. No, it's MIGUEL Miguel period the letter A period Garcia GARCIA 1025 at Gmail. So it's Miguel period A period Garcia 1025 at Gmail. That's the that's the email. I don't know why this shit don't let me type, pero Bobby Silent, what it do? Salute to Santo G, my favorite. It's on YouTube. Justin Trouble, I appreciate you, my boy. You going past San Diego? Damn, my boy, you going... You must not be a lot of traffic on the road right now. My boy mashing. What's up with food community over here? Talking about Miss Lady Pinks.
Yeah, I mean, I'll turn into Elboy real quick. I know my problem is.
Yes, sir.
She always pops it at
Yep. Thank you, Cocotina. That's the email right there. I appreciate you.
Old girl, loca from East LA, cuatro flats. She has some words for her.
Them three vatos straight up clowns. Facts. Man, you couldn't have said it any better, Pedro. You couldn't have said it any better. Straight up. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I'm only reacting to this one. The Lady Pinks one. When it comes to him and what he said about Icon and all that, I ain't giving that no shine, you know? Straight up.
But you want to pop it though. Ain't nobody scared no Miss Lady Pinks, homie. Hot damn, fool. She ain't no fucking gangster, homie.
Well, you're a fan of her music.
She's a high power hood rat, my boy. What
Oh, you went over there and cruising through her music?
Name one.
This coming from somebody that admits he don't gangbang. Admits that he ain't with no teams. He ain't for the blue team. He ain't for the red team. He ain't for nobody. How you gonna call somebody out for not being a gangster when you a tuna fish yourself? I don't know, it's crazy. But I think Miss Lady Peaks is an actual G, right? She from actual barrio, right? Last I heard, I think she is from actual barrio. So, I don't know.
And it's like, so what, bro? Like, I'm not. What's the problem?
And I don't even want this to be like, oh, you know what I mean? Hey, salute full community. Salute comparator. Salute prime. But all this, they not reputables like that. Maybe comparator, but the other two, they ain't reputables. Like their word, their say so on any gang shit, for them to be like, oh, she ain't this or she ain't that. How you gonna say that when you ain't that yourself? You ain't no reliable source.
Homie's throwing in it. Look, T.I., just sit down.
A blinker?
It's not Capone's fault, because Capone was just trying to look out for the people, so I don't blame him.
So Capone has no issue with you.
I'ma say this though. Team Nobody, right? I'ma say this though. Like, when it comes to them talking about Miss Lady Pinks going at all the new rappers and stuff like that in the comments, I kind of see that, you know, like I don't know if she does it in a malicious way, like trying to get attention. I don't think she does. I think she just does it in the moment. That's her. Like she sees some fuck shit, she seen some shit she don't like, and she calls it out. She just, hey, woo woo woo, says how she feels. And then these other people make it go viral. Cause let's be real, for you to be in the comments, that's some real fucking like fuck shit. Like for these blog pages. When I see a post, I don't look at the post and then go to the comments and be like, let me see who commented some spicy shit so I could do a post on it and create some more friction. Like, who does that? You uplifting the culture, right? Allegedly, the pages are for the homies, they're for the culture, they're for the raza. So why you going out of your way in comments and then post, oh, this person said this in this comment and create friction? Like, that's the one thing that I'm like, fuck. The clout, the fucking, I mean, I guess, like, I don't know, bro. That's the only thing I wouldn't understand. Like, it's like right now, right? If I wanted to be messy right now, oh, I'm gonna go in the comments, I'm gonna see who laughed. I'm gonna see who talk shit about Miss Pinks and start saying it. Like, why? I don't know. It's crazy. Let's keep going. The agency is Express Professional. Nah, Pinks wasn't validated. Called her a hood rat. Hey, he did. He did. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. He did. Look up Ned Hawk Moore. What's that, my boy? John Doe, what's that? Look up Ned Hawk murders in New Mexico. Oh, that's what he's talking about? Hey, let's run it. Hey, shout out New Mexico, man. I ain't gonna lie. I get a lot of love for New Mexico. That's one. We're on YouTube or like just Google. Shout out Texas. That I was just about to say Texas next. If it's not Cali, it's always New Mexico or Texas. Showing love, man. And salute, man. Salute New Mexico. Salute Texas. You already know salute Cali. You know what I mean? That like goes without saying. But, man, hey, for real. Shout out New Mexico and shout out Texas. For real. Like I said, if you guys know any promoters any people that are setting up shows and stuff like that, they need a host. They need somebody to be up there on that stage talking to the people. Be like, hey, we got whoop, whoop, whoop next. Tap in. I'm with all that. For real. Tap in. Google it. Got you. Ned Hawk murders. Two New Mexico women were found dead at Ned Hawk Park, and a 5-year-old girl was found with critical injuries. A 10-month-old girl believed to have been with the victims was also missing. A 26-year-old Texas man was arrested for the murders and the kidnapping. Wow. Wow. Why do they keep saying girl? A 10-month-old is not no girl. That's a baby. A 5-year-old is a baby too. Those are both babies, bro. That's crazy. Why not just say it like it is? They're babies. You're dealing with babies. You feel me? That's crazy. At the park, it says two Texaco women were found dead at Nehart Park on Friday afternoon. A 5-year-old girl found. A 5-year-old girl found with them was being treated for critical injuries, and authorities were looking for a 10-month-old girl believed to have been with the victims. Police said they believe the woman's killer abducted the infant, but said they have no suspects on Saturday morning. Wow. Police lieutenant, the Amber Alert reported suspect was possibly in a maroon Honda car. Now that's crazy. So they got the guy though? Let's see. The victim, they had puppies inside. Rice said, Ned Hawk located. Law enforcement blocked all entrances after the bodies were discovered, closed on. That's crazy, bro. Now that's sad right there, bro. Anything that has to do with kids, that's sad right there, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it more and I'm gonna do a full reaction to it, bro, for real. You know what I mean? That's sad right there, bro. That is crazy. You know what I mean? I have my baby girl. I got my boy. Like, that's sad, bro. Let me see what happened. New Mexico is with the business. Yes, sir. Blue Devil from the hater world. What's up with my boy Blue Devil? Shout out Frenchy Road Kennels. Yeah, nah. Shout out Frenchy Road Kennels, you know what I mean? But nah, they're not sponsoring the channel no more. We decided to part ways, bro. You know what I mean? I feel like what I bring, you know, is something. We just parted ways, you know what I mean? I'm a custodian, humble. It's not much, but this job is a gift from God for sure. 4 months ago, nobody would hire me. I was broke and jobless. Hey, my boy, the Mexican G. That's right, big dog. Hey, and you know what? You get into that bag, right? You know what I mean? You employed, homie. You getting it. You in a better space. A lot of times, bro, our ego, fool, is what keeps us from doing whatever we got to do in life. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. And we all got to start somewhere. Like, I started at temp agencies, working different jobs, whatever the fuck I had to do. You don't know how many jobs I've had, bro, but that's one thing I can always say, bro, is like, I stayed determined, I stayed looking, searching, and I've always had a job. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of all this, I've always had a job. And sometimes, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You feel me? And that's great, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's great, homie. Like, keep doing your damn thing, homie. Straight up. My boy Steph Ruins. Program time. Emily Pike. Let's look it up. That's crazy, man, that there's all these people and all this stuff that's happening, and they don't care. Like, I was watching the Grim Sleeper. I was watching the documentary of the South Central serial killer. He was killing all these black women, you know, and it got up to 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s women killed, being found every couple of days, every other week. You know what I mean? And because they were the ethnicity that they are, they didn't care. Now, if you have that many white women getting killed and stuff like that, best believe they gonna look it up. They gonna do something. But because it's these urban communities and these us, they don't care, you know? Clovis Library shooting, I got you. We're gonna do that one next, you know what I mean? Hell yeah. I appreciate y'all, hey, cause all of us watching right now, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we could spread the word, like, hey, when you go to work tomorrow or right now, wherever, when you get home, you know what I mean? Spread the word. Let your tia know, let your mom know, let your significant other know, like, you know what I mean? Spread the word, like, hey, did you hear about this girl, Emily Pike? Hey, did you hear about the Ned Hawk, you know what I mean, situation? You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. Like, if they're not gonna do it, we gotta do it. It gotta be word of mouth. Like, spread awareness to all this stuff, you know? It said, death of Emily Pike. Teen found dismembered in Arizona. What the fuck? Spurs calls for regulation of group homes. The 14-year-old was found February 14th, weeks after she sneaked out of her Mesa group home. Fuck, that's messed up. She was already struggling, you know? If you're in a group home, that means that you're already struggling as it is, you know? She probably didn't have nowhere to go and stuff like that, or I don't know her situation, you know what I mean? But that's sad. A Native American tribe in southeastern Arizona is pushing for tighter regulations on state licensed group homes after a 14-year-old girl was found dismembered weeks after she sneaked out of her bedroom window. The San Carlos Apache tribe said Monday it had sent a resolution to Governor Katie Hobbs and other state officials requesting an investigation and legislative reform in response to the death of Emily Pike. Now, how the fuck don't you have anything? You have a 14-year-old little girl found dismembered? And there has to be like coverage and stuff like that for them to even look into it more. Like, no one has been arrested, and the Gila County Sheriff Office, the investigating agency, has released few details about the case. In a March 18th Facebook post, the Sheriff's Office said it was seeking the public's assistance with information. This crime must not go unsolved. Emily was murdered in a cruel, depraved, and heinous act, and the perpetrator must be held accountable. Not only that, like, not only you got somebody that did this to her, but they're still violent. Like, if they did this to her and they get away with it, they're gonna continue to do it. They're just gonna get more brazen, and more brazen. Like, straight up, this is crazy, you know? They haven't found no suspects? That's crazy. That is crazy right there. I bet you if she was a white girl, or if she came from money, if her people had money, they would, man, send the best of the best out there. Like, that's a 14-year-old. Like, that's still a baby right there, too. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. crazy. Let me write these shit down. The other one was what? The Clovis library shooting, my boy John? Is the email right? I tried to email, you said it doesn't exist. It's just all lowercase. It's all lowercase. It's right. The email is right. It's just all lowercase. There's no uppercase. It's all lowercase. Miguel, period, A, period, Garcia, 1025 at Gmail. There's no uppercase. It's all lowercase. That's probably why. It's all lowercase. Pike. My bad, y'all. We're gonna move on to the next one right now. I just want to write these down so that way I make sure I have it right. Ned Hawk murders. And then the next one, what is it, my boy? Is the Clovis Library, right? That way, you know what I mean? And I appreciate y'all, cause y'all helping me out, honestly, you know? Not only are we bringing light to this, but it's keeping me going on that content. That way, as soon as, more than likely, I'm gonna do it probably Sunday, but for sure I'm gonna do my research and I'm gonna do a reaction to it. So hopefully it sheds more light on it. If they didn't see this live, hopefully they see that reaction video. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all because it helps me get on myself with like content ideas. Because that's the only thing that's been kind of like holding me back lately is like, I don't want to just be stuck in drama. I want like some meaningful stuff, you know what I mean? Yes, sir. That's the plan. That's the plan too. And that's what we coming with too. That's why I got the mics too. I got 2 mics. I got a couple of people that already said they're gonna pull up on me. So we're gonna sit back. We're gonna do some shit like that on the couch. We both got our mics. And we just gonna chop it up. You feel me? At least like that for the beginning. At least for the beginning of it. Like, we're just gonna make it do what it do. You feel me? Slowly but surely, we'll get there. Okay, close this. Oh, yeah. Damn, Clovis Library shooting. Damn, that's crazy. When did this happen? Scary shooting in Clovis neighborhood has no known motive. That's crazy. My G, you got the new patterns you was gonna get for some merch. They're working on it, perro. They're working on it. I ain't gonna lie. My son's working on one, and then I got the other boy working on one. I'm kind of getting impatient, bro. Like, I already want it. I got the shirts. Like, I already got the shirts and everything. I just need the merch. Like, I need the design, I mean. So I could go get the sheets printed out. But for sure, it's coming soon. If I have to go to my boy Graphic Joe, I might have to go to Graphic Joe. You know what I mean? But how can I say it? You know how, like, when you talk to somebody and you guys got something, like, panned out? I don't want to just go around them and shoot it to somebody else and then they feel some type of way, but at the same time it's like, hey, like, what's up? We waiting, you feel me? Like, what's going on? Keep the community informed. Hell yeah, my boy Frank, I see you. Let's run it, my boy. Let's run it. You know what I mean? For real. And I'm for real, bro. Like, I was just talking to my cousin about it earlier. Like, not only am I gonna do that, but I'm gonna start another channel. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'm gonna start a clips channel to where that's gonna be like the daily like news. Like, you know how everybody got their daily news and what's popping in the world? I'm gonna start a page just for that. Just for the news and everything that's popping. I was talking to my cousin and I was like, hey, look, I got a lot on my plate. You willing to help me and stuff like that? Like, we gonna both facilitate it. If anybody watching, if you're an editor, anything like that, you guys want to work, I'm looking for a team right now. That new clips page, it's all gonna be in writing. You know what I mean? Everyone's gonna get their percentage. If you're editor, or if you somebody that you be on the news, you know everything that's going on, and you can make your own post and stuff like that. Tap in. You want to join the team? Tap in. You know what I mean? Straight up, tap in. We're gonna get it down in writing. Get a contract. We're all gonna get our percentages at the end of the month, and that's how we gonna run it. You know what I mean? Straight up. Now let's get into this. Oh, no volume.
Neighborhood and fired multiple shots, damaging 3 houses.
By the time officers got there, which was just
To actually hear what happened, it's scary,
Clovis police say they're investigating a shooting that happened just before 5 p.m. last night near Fairmont and Cypress Avenues. Police say someone drove a vehicle into the neighborhood and fired multiple shots, damaging 3 houses.
By the time officers got there, which was just a couple minutes, the suspects had already left the area.
Police found multiple shell casings in the street, and interviews with nearby neighbors revealed even more about the shooting.
Officers on scene last night, and they did say that neighbors and people in the area were being very cooperative, handing over any copies of video surveillance that showed the suspects in the street. At this time, our detectives do believe that this is a targeted incident.
Police say no one was hurt as a result of the shooting, but that doesn't mean they aren't prioritizing the community's safety.
All right, so it says a recent shooting at a group of homes in Clovis has left neighbors afraid and police keen to arrest the suspects. According to the Clovis Police Department, officers responded to a series of 911 calls on Monday reporting shots fired in area of Fairmont Avenue and Cypress Avenue. By the time officers arrived, just a couple of minutes after the calls, the suspects had gone. One neighbor who asked they not be identified says their kids ride their bikes home through the intersection where the shootings took place. I was lucky enough to have them home safe and sound before the incident happened. The neighbor said, I normally hear what goes on my street and am aware of what goes on. To actually hear what happened is scary. That's crazy. That is crazy right there. What about music? Shoot, we got music too. What you want to listen to? Hell yeah, stay tuned, my boy. I appreciate that. Hell yeah, I appreciate that, my boy Benny Blanco. I appreciate that. Is that my boy Benny Blanco? Is that the set? Or is that somebody else? That my boy Benny Blanco, man. Much love, much respect, G. Make sure it's Clovis, New Mexico. Orale. That's not it. Let me see. Yeah, it's the same one, pero. Oh, no, no, no. Never mind, never mind. I see it right here. Nathaniel Jowett sentenced to life for Clovis Library shooting. Is that it? $18 old. Is sentenced to less time than what the state was asking for. The judge sentenced him to 2 life sentences. Wow, what that for do? Put why so Grammys and then if we're covering music. If we're doing the reactions or feed minutes to revise, no crazy beat +5 solid. I appreciate you, my boy. You know what I mean? Trying, big dog, trying. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Cause a lot of times, bro, like, and this is me just being real, fool. Like, as a content creator, like, you sit back, fool, and you think, and you're like, man, like, what do I react to? This, that, right? And I got to the point, bro, where I was just like, man, you know what? Like, fuck all that, bro. Like, I'ma just be me, fool. I'ma turn on the mic, just be me, shoot the shit. And it is what it is, bro. You feel me? Like, and I feel like that's what people rock with, bro. You know, like the just sincerity, bro. Like, I ain't putting up no front, fool. Like, I ain't trying to act like somebody I'm not. None of that shit. Like, we past that, bro. Like, we just, you know what I mean? Taking life one day at a time as it comes. We together on this journey, learning everything as we live life. We live, we learn, you feel me? And I don't got all the answers, you feel me? Like, but we on this journey together, you feel me? And that's what it's about, you feel me? No front, no mask, no none of that shit, no extras. Like, leave all that shit for the birds, you feel me? You can only put up a mask or put on the act for so long, bro. Like, yeah, there's gonna be a time where the real you is gonna come out, bro, you know? So it's like, rather just be you from the beginning, bro. Like, it's not hard, homie, you know? It's either people gonna rock with you or they're not. They're either gonna feel you or they're not, bro. Like, it's not that hard, you know? And you gotta love what you do. That's why anytime I give Glecha to anybody, bro, like anything you wanna do in life, homie, just you gotta love what you do. You gotta be passionate about what you do, you know? Like, if not, you're not gonna be happy, bro, and you're not gonna be content in life. Like, just follow your dreams, bro. Whatever you wanna do, whatever you wanted to be in life, just follow that, bro. And you're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's see what else is on the news, and then I'm gonna have to call it a night, bro. It's already gonna be 9. I gotta be up at 3. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I had a good night tonight. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody that tapped in on the live. Like, straight up, I had a good night tonight. You know, good vibes. And that's what I needed, bro. A lot of times we could get caught up in our own fucking minds, you know, and psych ourselves out. Like, you know? Especially when you got life, you know what I mean? We all got our own lives, you feel me? Like, we all got our own situations, and sometimes, you know what I mean, you might not all feel the best or feel so confident, but hey, as long as you show up and you give it your all, that's all that matters, you feel me? We're gonna be alright. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for the summer though, you know? Hell yeah. Put why so grimy gangland. Alright. You wanna just vibe out for the rest? We could do that. We could do that, my boy. I ain't gonna lie, right now I'm feeling hot, fool. That buzz ball and then the fucking twisted tea got me feeling hot. I'm gonna come off the shirt. My boy Sean, what it do, G? I appreciate you, my boy. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, one thing I will say, you know, because I know a lot of people, you know, well, we ain't really got that many people in here now, but let me just say, when it comes to that full community stuff and LA Icon and him going about it the way that he did, I don't condone that whatsoever, bro. Like, private conversations, homie, are meant to stay private. Cause that's a big if. I doubt it. The homie would talk reckless like that. Who knows? You know what I mean? Hey, but he gave his whole spiel on how you gotta watch LA Icon, cause this and that, right? When it's like, my boy, all LA Icon ever said about Rich Homie Juan, right? He said, the fuck up speaking on Negra. That's not cool. Who's speaking on Negra? Did I ever mention Negra's name? What you talking about, my boy? I'm talking about Rich Homie Juan and LA Icon, my boy. You know what I mean? So, the only thing I have a problem with, right? Because he did all that trying to, like, smut up LA Icon and his whole character. Saying LA Icon's not to be trusted, this, and that. Like, all he showed was that he's not to be trusted. LA Icon never said anything personal like, oh, this fool told me this in private about this person and that person. I've never heard that coming from LA Icon. Right? All he ever said was, I was tired of getting a lot of phone calls for whatever was posted. That's all I ever heard LA Icon say. Was I was tired of getting phone calls for shit that other people were posting, right? Cool. Never said anything personal, anything like that. Now this other individual starts saying, oh, well, this fool said this about this person, this, and the third. And I can't rock with that, bro. Like, I can't rock with that. Anything said in person, like anything said between me and you, between homies, between camaradas, bro, it should never be said again. In my eyes. Regardless if we on bad terms, homie, regardless if we beefed it or whatever, you could have shot at me. And I'm still not gonna disclose shit that we done talked about in private. So to me, I didn't feel that. Like, to me, I just don't feel that, you know? I didn't feel that right there, you know? I don't know, like, there ain't no such thing. The way he says it, shout out my boy OG Moses, you know what I mean? Because I did see that, you know what I mean? And hey, everybody's entitled to however they feel, bro. 100%. I don't know everything, you feel me? I don't. But something, like, how you gonna trust a person like that, bro? Like, homeboy does do crazy posts. So it's like, you mean to tell me if we get into it, something I told you, you might say? I never say nothing reckless like that to begin with. Like, if I'm going to talk about somebody, I'm going to tell them to their face. That's just the way I am. I'm never going to be like, hey, fuck this fool, whoop, whoop, and I tell that person to their face. But if you're telling me you can't trust this person because of this, that, and the third, it's like, bro, you just showed me that I can't trust you, bro. That's the only take I have from it. You feel me? Because that right there is a messy situation. Like, they didn't leave off on good terms. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure he even said it. When LA Icon left, he went like a whole year without being himself and posting on YouTube and getting back to himself. So this is kind of him coming back. Like, I'm poking my chest out and I'm coming back. Like, I just hoped he would have done it better, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because he said his truth, you know what I mean? He said his truth. Like, that's one thing, like I said, he said his truth, you know? Yeah, nah, and that's why I said my boy OG Moses. Hey, I got none but love, none but respect for you, big dog. You know, and I'm not taking nobody's side, big dog, because all that don't got nothing to do with me, like at all, at all. But I'm just saying, as being like, cause shout out the full community, shout out LA Icon, shout out Negra, shout out everyone. Like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with me, you know? I'm in my own lane, I'm in my own zone. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to elevate. But from the outside looking in, being somebody that knows what time it is, how people can manipulate situations, I just, you know what I mean? I just hope he would have done it in a better way, bro. You know? Like, not exposing too much personal stuff. What he said about Negra, bro, like, that should have never been said, you know? Like, straight up. Like, one thing is him, LA Icon or whatever, but like, I just didn't like that part right there, you know? And just, you know? But hey, that's to them, you know? We each do things and we make our own bed, you know? Hey, that's crazy. My Cheyenne, how you doing? Respect, family worldwide. My boy Todd J. Yup, I appreciate you. But yeah, I'm just waiting to see what's next. I seen LA Icons, you know what I mean? I seen them come with receipts and stuff like that, and I'm watching just like you guys are. You feel me? You arrived at LA, my boy. You moving kind of fast over there. Esa Best West was the Duke. Esa West Best. Damn, this shit got me. This shit got me faded. I ain't gonna lie. Big Rudy, what it do? Good, you're an amazing person. I hope you have a great night. Much love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I ain't gonna lie, my phone's about to die out. I'm like at 8%. So if it dies out, that's why. I threw an event. I made money on the alcohol and made enough to give 1,000 to the sponsor. That icon was lying. Hey, I'm waiting to see when you. I'm waiting to see for the next event. I ain't gonna. I just posted the event that I vlogged, and I ain't gonna lie. It did good, bro. It did good. Like, I'm waiting to see when you throw that next event. But I feel you. I feel you, big dog. You know what I mean? One thing I'm never gonna do, bro, is be like, oh, you're not entitled to feel how you feel, or anything like that. Cause like I said, I don't know, bro. You know, I'm just as from the outside looking in. I can only give you my honest opinion. And I did see that. I did see the post that you made and all that. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I hope we can all just get it resolved. You know? Imagine, bro, if we was all like together, bro. Like if we was all on the same page. Like, man, we would be invincible, bro. Like straight up. Especially my boy Moses, man. He been tapped in since forever. Straight up. Hell yeah. Especially a lot of the connections that you have are the ones that people like. They don't even know, man. If they don't even know him, my boy Moses. Like, if they just play ball and play their cards right, we can all have it popping, bro. It's just too much egos get involved, you know? To me, I learned how to put that aside a long time ago, bro. Hell yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm already knowing. Cause let's be real, look. Let's be real, and this is just, you know, me giving my boy OG Moses his flowers, bro. When it comes to every Latino artist, they want to have the blacks on board. They want that black feature. They want all that. My boy OG Moses been tapped in since forever, bro. Since these people were barely starting, my boy OG Moses been tapped in with them. You feel me? So it's like, if you just really salute I'm pretty sure if the homie was to just send a text or make a phone call, like, hey, he could bridge that, could make that happen. You feel me? And it's like, we just need to all, like, honestly, just put egos aside and be like, hey, let's get it. Let's run it up, bro. Like, that's how these other races get so far, bro. If you listen to every person, right? Say, this is just an example. This is just an example. Say Charleston White. Say fucking Poetic Flaco. One of them does something bad, right? Or something to where another race is bashing them. They all stick together, bro. Instead of doing a video bashing that person, bashing that individual, they do a video defending that individual, saying they rock with that individual, they shout out that individual. Us, on the other hand, anything bad happens to anybody, everybody is doing a reaction on the bandwagon, talking shit about that individual, bashing that individual. When it don't take much, bro, to be like, hey, on this situation, salute everyone. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take much. You get asked about somebody you don't rock with, hey, we don't really talk like that. Hey, but salute, bro. You know what I mean? Much love. No, I hope he gets his. You know what I mean? It don't take much to do that. Like, it doesn't. But instead, what? Everybody wants to go viral. Oh, fuck him. Oh, this, and that. The third, what? Why, bro? Like, it just makes us look goofy. Like, if we can't all amongst ourselves be tight knit and help us elevate, ain't nobody else gonna extend that, bro. You know what I mean? And that's just facts. That's why it's like, you know what I mean? Hell yeah, much love to everybody. But on that note, man, I'm gonna end it off like that. Like I said, man, hey, much love. Shout out LA Icon. Shout out Negra. You know what I mean? That's one thing. A lot of people like, hey, number respects to her. You know what I mean? She a real G. Did time. Held it down. You know what I mean? Out here holding it down. You know what I mean? Not only in the content space, but holding it down, raising her kids. You know what I mean? They got their family going on. And that's the only reason why it's like, bro, you know what I mean? And I get it. For people that ain't part of this life and don't know real consequences, they can speak freely. And they can do reckless shit. But for people like us, we know what comes with it. So we rather just, you know what I mean? But that's all I got to say on that matter, man. Like I said, shout out everyone. I gotta go smoke a blunt, wind down, shower, call it a night. I gotta be up at 3 a.m, but it's all good, man. Like I said, I love what I do, man. I appreciate you guys, for real. You know what I mean? This one was a good one. We had a good night tonight. And, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be like this without you guys. So I appreciate everybody that tapped in tonight. I hope you guys have a good one. If you're home, I hope you have a good night. If you're not home, I hope you make it home safely, man. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. We got Uber. We got Lyft. We got a lot of other sources. So don't drink and drive. Make it home safely. Hope everyone's doing good, man. May you be in the best of health. Shout out my boy OG Moses. I ain't gonna pull up on you. I am gonna pull up on you. You know what I mean? Sooner than later, you know what I mean? I appreciate you, G, you know what I mean? For even just stopping by, showing love. You've always been right here, you know what I mean? A day one. And I appreciate you, big dog, you know what I mean? And I just want everybody to know, man, like, the way you feel, like, about anything and all that, it does matter, bro, you know what I mean? And straight up, everyone's entitled to feel how they feel, because at the end of the day, bro, like, only you know your situation or whatever happened, bro. So for me to even be like, hey, that'll be wrong of me, bro. You know, and that ain't my get down. You know what I mean? So salute to everybody, man. Much love, much respect. You guys have a good night, man. For real. You want to say something, baby? Hold on, baby girl wants to say something. Here's the mic.
Can I show them a trick?
Trick? What trick? You got the baby right here. Shout out, baby boy. Say what's your papa?
Say hi. Say in the mic. But
Uh-huh.
have a back. Say hello. Nothing.
Marker? You want a marker?
No marker. Wow, he took the
I
marker.
know. Okay, I see you.
Okay, can I talk in the mic now? Yeah, sorry. I want to show you.
I appreciate you, my boy.
I want to show you guys a trick.
Hell yeah, it's the best West. I see you. My boy John Doe, Shantai Reed, Coco Tina, Baby Lowe's. Go ahead, baby.
I want to show you guys a trick. I have 11 fingers. Look. 1, 2, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a trick.
That's a trick.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4,
The
5,
future is what we make of it, for sure. My boy Todd, that's true. The future is whatever you make of it. And every day is what you make of it, my boy. If you're having a bad day, you could either choose to continue to be having a bad day, or you could just have a positive mindset and be like, you know what? I'm not going to let that shit get to me. You know, it's not that serious. You feel me? Like, I'm alive. I got all my hands. I got my feet. I could see. I could smell. I could taste. Like, I got all my senses. Like, that's a lot of stuff we take for granted every day. You feel me? Like, you woke up. You alive. You breathing. You could see. You could smell. You could eat. You could walk. You could talk. You could hear. You feel me? Like, every day, just give thanks, man, because there's people that don't got that luxury in life. You know what I mean? Every day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, there's people going in that courtroom fighting for their lives, facing life sentences. And I guarantee you more than 80% probably get washed up. So we out here, we blessed. Just keep it pushing, man. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate you. Hell yeah, man. Y'all have a good night.